こんにちは皆さん。今日は日本での断食について話します。断食はどんな感じです？正直難しいです。本当に難しいです。じゃあ今は私は英語は話します。ビデオは楽しんでください。そしてすいませんでした。だって全部日本語は喋りませんから。じゃあ back to English. Fasting, so Ramadan or Ramadan in English translation. In Japanese, it's danjiki, Dangiki in Romaji. So danjiki, I didn't even know that there was a direct translation until I googled it 5 minutes ago. So the more you know. Back in 2016 when I moved to Japan for a year, Ramadan was actually being observed in the summer. And if anybody out there is a Muslim who fasts, someone who fasts intermittently, the water type, the dry type, whatever type of fast you do, summer's the worst. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's the heat. I didn't actually fast a single day, and back in 2016, this was actually the first and still yet the only time I've never fasted one full day. I mean, I say I never fasted. It was during that entire month. Now, I did fast later on during my time in Japan. I'm fasting today, don't worry, I'm fasting today. I thought it would be a good idea to make a video on fasting while I'm fasting. Though now that I think about it, I'm getting very dry mouth and I'm getting really thirsty, which then is going to make me really hungry. Trying to fast in Japan with the kind of time zone differential, the weather, essentially my job that I was doing, the culture itself. I mean, it's excuses, but also I think does it make sense? They're valid excuses. Does that make sense? Doesn't make sense, does it? Makes no sense. Doesn't mean I can't talk to you guys about what fasting in Japan is like, because I'm going to use a comparison of the UK. It's very difficult, even when you're not fasting, because you're surrounded by cheap, affordable, conveniently located food. You've got vending machines that dispense not just drinks but also snacks. You've got convenience stores that sell bento. You've got gyudon, beef bowl restaurants. You've got ramen places. You've got soba, udon. You've got izakaya. Essentially, wherever you look, you're not going to be short of options for food. Another thing to bear in mind in Japan, of course, time zone is different. So while you're going to fast earlier in respect to the UK, because they're about 8 to 9 hours ahead on average. In other places, you're going to end up fasting longer in comparison too. And of course, the weather and things you might be getting up to. I mean, for me, I was teaching while I was living in Japan, and if you guys know, as an ALT, you're often, well, it's compulsory, not even expected to. It's you have to eat lunch either in the staff room or with the kids. Now, at the time, my Japanese was very poor, so I couldn't really explain what I was doing if I was going to fast, why I was fasting, and I think it would be looked upon quite rude, just because obviously, they're providing you with a lunch and they're asking you to just sit and make conversation with not just the kids who you're teaching, but also your colleagues. So if I'm going to reject lunch and tell them it's a religious thing, nothing to do with you, it's not going to fly. Now, would I recommend anybody out there in Japan to fast? If you're a Muslim, like I said, if you're not me, you'll be fine. I think you're gonna be able to do it without too many issues. How about if you're actually a Japanese person who's interested in trying fasting out? I think you should do it too. I mean, you don't have to do it where you don't take it in any water, or maybe even do a full day. A full day is not 24 hours, by the way. A full day is how many? It's 18 hours fasting and a 6-hour window where you eat, or is it 16 hours where you fast and 8 hours where you eat? This is embarrassing. I think as a Japanese person, you should definitely, if you're interested, you should try it. Do a half day, and if you can do a half day, feel yourself continuing, definitely do what a normal day would look like for a fasting Muslim. Any others? Anybody out there in Japan or not who is fasting while watching this video. Ganbatte kudasai ne. And I hope we get to break fast soon. Probably you'll break fast sooner than I do, because I have to still wait another 8 to 9 hours or so before I can finally eat. Please drop a like if you liked this video. I can't like my own videos because that's really sad. I'm a sad individual, but I wouldn't go that low. So please do what I can't. Like this video. Please subscribe if you are new. And please look forward to my next video in the meantime. Probably in a month or later, because who knows with my schedule. Catch you guys in a minute.